Hey everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me. Doing a little bit different one today. I don't do a lot of food videos because, as I've told you guys before, I do it pretty simple. I've got my one little thing and I'll show you the gadget in a minute. I do use my food processor. You know, I'm always talking about that day when it comes when I'm able to afford a Vitamix. You know what, by the time I can afford a Vitamix, I might not even want it anymore because, hey, pretty simple. I can do everything I need. Now I'm loving the food processor. Sometimes I say dehydrator instead of food processor, but for me, a lot of times the only thing I get a little bit of boredom of in my meals is textures and different textures, and I just get tired of the same old thing all the time. So I made a kind of a little start on this the other day. I've been on cabbage lately. I'll show you the main base. But anyway, I started on one and I started thinking of a recipe for a good simple salad in my head. So I thought today, since I was going to eat it, that I would do a video and share it with you. All right, now what I've got here is this is a big bowl of shredded cabbage, carrots, and kale. Getting a little bit of all the good stuff in there. Now in this second beautiful green bowl, this is broccoli and more kale because I didn't feel like I put enough. I wanted to get greens in here, even though this is pretty much colorful and you don't see a lot of leafy going on here. I wanted some greens in this salad tonight. So in the food processor, I put my broccoli and I put my, what did I say, kale. And so we're just going to add that to the mix right now. And I'm usually not so dainty as to use a spoon, but I'm just trying to keep my hands are going to get, you're going to see my hands are going to get pretty messy here in just a bit. Okay, that's a pretty good start. And that's the reason I wanted to put it together in front of you. You weren't going to get all the colors because I was going to cover and blah, blah, blah. I didn't do it all together. And then this is just because I like this on top. There's just some fresh cucumber and a little bit of onion. And I didn't shred that, or I didn't put it in my food processor. I just was like, you know, I think I do want some chunks of these. Onion, not as much. All right, there we go. Now, what we're going to do here for a dressing, and we're going to see how this works. And my hands are going to get super messy, ergo the paper towel's hanging right to the side. Oh, and yeah, this is kind of ghetto. You probably see I just covered up my work desk because this is the best space I have for food. You know, I might get messy here, so I just put some old newspaper on it. Yeah, I don't roll too fancy down here. Now what I have here is just some lime juice. Lime, you might say. This is orange. Now I'm going to show you, I actually cut one and didn't squeeze it so I could show you. Listen, people ask me questions down here. I just eat lots of fruits and vegetables. I don't know a lot of this stuff. I've been here for 15 years and, you know, I see gringos come all the time and they want the green limes like we have in the States. And they're dry down here. They don't have a lot of juice. I don't know, these are aceto, like a little bit more acidic lime, but this is a lime and you see how orange this is inside, and these are just bursting with juice. All right, so we're going to just kind of, I don't know how much this is going to take, so we're just going to kind of see how I like a wet salad, so you know what, there's a lot in there. We're going to go ahead and go for it. And I'm just going to do this by hand. Now, if I weren't going to do a video and I didn't want to do it all, you know, like on the video, this would probably be really good to prep early in the day, because then you can let it sit in your refrigerator and marinate. I've got some sauce. Everything's better when it marinates. I got some salsa from 2 days ago and I just ate a bite of it just to make sure it's still good and all that kind of stuff. And it's better actually than the first day because it's been sitting in there just soaking. So yeah, try to do this if you really want to get that flavor soaked in. Do it early in the day, or at least a little bit ahead so you have some time. All right. Now the last component, just to see what we're going to get here, is I've got an avocado cut up, and I'm going to do the same thing on this. We're going to smash, Hulk smash. So I'm just going to keep on. You know, we're kind of getting messy here, so we'll just keep it on going. That's the thing about living by yourself. I'm kind of like a big kid. Maybe I should be sitting in a high chair because I can do that. I don't have people around. I don't have niceties. I don't sit down to a formal dinner. Oh yeah, that's gonna work better squeezing it in like that before I even start trying to massage it in. And now as I'm looking at this, you probably, if you wanted to keep it even lower fat, you know, depending on how many greens, like you could probably get away with half an avocado. I've eaten a lot of calories today, so I'm going for the whole avocado. Get it mashed up, and then we go to that next phase where I'm going to just kind of work it in. Creation. I bet you there's no, maybe I could become some sort of a novelty or an idiot. I bet there's none of the raw food. Could you see me showing up at a food demonstration where all these nice, fancy, pretty raw food chefs are, and I'm just sitting here with my fingers in the bowl, this old caveman with all the hair? They'd probably make me wear a hairnet too. But we could see. I'm thinking this is really going to be nice. I mean, this is good. I mean, I just like the consistency it's getting. All right, that's about as good as it gets. Now what I'm going to do here to try to extricate myself and not make a mess of my camera, not lose too much of this, is I'm going away for 2 minutes. I'm cleaning one finger off so I can turn the camera off, and then I will clean my hands up a little bit, and I will come back with a fork for a taste test, and we'll see how good it is. I know it looks good. All right, I'll come clean to you guys what I actually did during that little break right there because, hey, why not? I'm by myself. There was too much just sticking to my hands, and I just couldn't see going and just rinsing all that stuff off. It's kind of like, you know, back when we ate like that and your mama used to bake a cake and you wanted to lick the spoon or you wanted to lick the bowl. Well, I just couldn't let it go, so I actually pretty much cleaned myself. My tongue used it, and I cleaned my hands off pretty good. All right, let's see how this tastes. Now, as you can see, let me give you a good little shot. It's back to be, now that it's mixed, it is back to the rainbow. I doubt with my lighting and my little camera you're going to get the full effect, but that's beautiful. I mean, you just got some beautiful colors in there. So here comes the big test now. Let's see how it tastes. And let's see. I'm going to mow this bowl down. I've told you guys anyway. I know everything's good in here. So even if it didn't taste great to me, there wouldn't be like, okay, no, this goes. No, this gets eaten because there's just too much good stuff in there. If it wasn't perfect, I'd be like, okay, well, I'll tweak it next time. But yeah, I don't waste like that. So let's get a good, big, healthy portion. And oh yeah. Excellent. Just what I was looking for. No salt, no nothing in there. Got your fat, got the avocado. Finishing touch, I will probably just put just a tiny bit of black pepper on top, but that's good to go. Just like it is. I'm going to take that bowl down pretty quick. Very quick. But anyhow, you see what it is, folks. It doesn't have to be all that complicated. It doesn't have to be all these fancy recipes. All that was lime juice, an avocado massaged in. You know, I do enjoy making a salad dressing sometimes, but sometimes I just want to get it all made. And this was very quick. You know, like I say, I did my first batch in the food processor, put it in a bowl, then did this one, chopped up, bing, bang, boom. It was probably a total altogether, even with cleaning it, of about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to put the whole nice salad together. Anyhow, I hope you guys like this one. I'm going to try to do more, like I said, I don't have a ton to share because I almost keep it too simple for sharing purposes anyway, but I'm going to try to share, as much as possible. Anytime I'm doing something food related that I think somebody might like and it really tastes good, I'm going to share it with you. Anyhow, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and I hope you have as good a dinner tonight as I'm going to have. Peace.